today's video I'm doing something very different. I've never shown this game on my channel before, and that is because the global version, which will have the English language, is not coming out until 2023. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got pushed back. I played two betas for this game so far, and I think it's honestly the best game I've ever played, and that's not any kind of hyperbole or cap. So I'm just gonna show you the cards. I'm gonna explain to you how the mechanics work a little bit, and then I'm going to hop in and I'm going to show you some games on the ladder. I'm all the way at the bottom because I played the Taiwan server for maybe 2-ish weeks, maybe a little bit more than that, and that was like 6-7 months ago, if not longer. And I just got tired of waiting for it. I wanted to brush up on the game and kind of prepare myself for 2023 because I intend on making at least one video for this every day, just like I do with Spell Slingers. I'm never going to stop making Spell Slinger videos until Spell Slinger just goes away, but I am 100% going crazy when this game gets released. So if you've ever played Clash Royale, it actually has a lot of similarity with how the deck mechanics work. So your deck consists of 8 cards, and you have an elixir bar at the bottom that, you know, just continuously adds elixir, just like in Clash Royale. And then also you have 4 cards in your opening hand, and when you play a card, one of the remaining 4 get put in its place, and it's a set rotation after your deck has been established. So like your opening hand one time might be these 4 cards, your next opening hand might be the last 4, it might be the middle 4, any combination. But it's important to keep track of what cards are coming up because that'll alter how you play the game. The 3 cards below are called companion cards, and you do choose the exact order these come out every game. So she's a character in the new game. I forgot what her name is off the top of my head. I don't remember anymore. When I played the English version, I knew, but I don't know in the in this language. But every card you click on, it'll have like a little window to show you what the card does. So what she does is she takes opponents' adds and gets rid of them. So that can be opponent companions or creatures that they summon. And so she's just really good early on. She's a really good opener because she basically will get rid of your opponent's companion that they play unless they play it all the way in the back, because she can't quite reach all the way in the back with her ability. But just like in the little image it shows, it just gets rid of the troll. So if they play 5 mana for the troll, she's already netted you 5 elixir, right? Let's see, the second one, Ron, he basically whizzes around the board on his chess piece and gets all of the adds bundled up and does a ton of damage to all of them. So he's basically like board spam clear. He's very, very powerful. I tend to not play him immediately. I play him later on whenever there's a board state I just am having a trouble handling, or after they've shown me what their second companion is. If they never show me what their second companion is, I don't even bother bringing out Ron until they do. And then Hagrid, there's probably way better options now, but I've always liked him. He comes in this bike, and then the bike has a lot of health, and you can run over stuff on the bike to deal damage to it, and he's basically just like a giant shield, which comes in handy later on. In there, you can see him running over spiders, right? Let's see. Okay, so Flitwick in the back is your Echo. So you have your main deck, you have your companion cards, and then you have your Echo. Your Echo is basically like your passive. Every single Echo has a different ability, and Flitwick's is the most complicated, and I'm going to show you him in this video because he's just who I've been practicing with this morning. So with Flitwick, if you play cards in ascending order, so like if you play a 2-drop, then a 3-drop, then a 5-drop, for example, he sends out musical notes that hurt your opponent, and they do a significant amount of damage. If you go descending, if you go like 7, 5, 3, whatever the third things you play is, it'll duplicate it. And then he has another mode, I think it's like 6-5-2 or 5-6-2. I don't have any 6 costs in this deck, and I don't even remember what it does because I just don't care. I just spam the notes and the duplicating ability, and I really like this deck. So Niffler, just to give you guys some kind of idea of what I'm going to be doing, Niffler is basically like your elixir pump. He finds like gold on the ground, but he just throws basically mana at you. So you throw him out for 2, and if he nets you like 3 or 4 if he's untouched by your opponent's spells. Incendio just gives an AoE effect, burning effect. It's really strong. Don't remember if they'll say the name.
No things for Kanto.
But yeah, also if you click the book, there's really cool animations. But it basically, this one makes like a storm cloud, and it follows them. So what's important in this game, I'll just mention it now, is you can only move your character a certain amount of times, and you have movement cards, and all they do is just tell you how many times you can actually move your character. So you have to be really careful about how many times you move, because if you get stuck in one spot, you're gonna die really quickly, because your opponent can just throw everything at you. They don't have to aim spells anymore. All their units are gonna converge on you. You can't run away. So it's really important to keep track of your movement. Monster Book of Monsters just sends 3 of these monster books out. Really powerful. The chess piece just gets thrown out, chases your opponent down. When it dies, it breaks into 2 pieces like this, and then if only one has to survive, and a queen comes up as another piece. So it's really easy for that to, it happens almost every time in this deck, because we spam so many creatures that they can't kill both of them in time, and so you almost always get the queen piece. Then as another 3-drop monster, I just have the standard monster book. And I have Protego, so it'll make a it'll encapsulate you and your units, whatever's in the area of effect, and give shields. And then we have Carnage Pixies, and so it just makes 3 of these Pixies for 3. So the main combos in this deck is, like, if I have the 7 cost in my hand, I'll play the 7 cost, then I'll play whatever else lower, and then I'll play the Pixies, and they'll get 6 Pixies instead of 3, because it doubles on descending. And then I'll use Protego and give them all a shield, and it does an absolute ton of damage, and they're really hard to kill. And it seems like people are very overwhelmed by this. Even now, I thought, you know, I mean, I know I'm at the bottom of the ladder, so that probably has a lot to do with it. Like, it's probably people new to the game who haven't been playing long, like myself. But yeah, the deck does a lot of work. And right here, you can see the average magic cost of the deck, just like with Clash Royale. But I enjoyed this. I enjoy this combat system a lot more. There's a lot more to this game. There's the Forbidden Forest, which is basically the PvE. There's basically like mini games like Quidditch and the Ball, where you can like, you know, like those old games where you could hit the screen for like notes, almost like Guitar Hero, but like with your fingers, just to get materials and stuff like that. And then there's a story mode. So if you guys want to see more than just this dueling video I'm gonna do, I'm just trying to familiarize yourself with familiarize you guys with Magic Awakens, so when I start making content, it won't be just out of the blue. And yeah, I just kind of want to start getting my name associated with this game, because it's going to be coming out soon, hopefully. Let's see. Alright, so now we're just going to hop on and play a game, and you guys can actually see how the game is played. And it's absolutely beautiful. The mechanics, all the different types of modes, it's really crazy that it's going to be on mobile. It feels like a console game to me. Like, it just has so much to offer. You can customize your character completely, wands, you pick your house. I mean, there's so many events. It's like, it's so insane. There's a 2v2 mode. There's special events. There's even 3v3 sometimes. That comes in and out. So yeah, it's got so much to offer. It's really, really crazy. But you guys will see how polished it is in just a second. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with 5.
Wizard chess.
Golden Snitch.
Golden Snitch does the same thing. It gives as our
Now you're in trouble.
I've always got time for
our Niffler. It gives them magic, but it also gives them movement cards. So I used her to get rid of it.
Send you.
I'll do better.
Let's give double Carnage Pixies.
I'll get you for this.
I'm gonna move a little bit. And I'm just gonna save up 4 Monster Book of Monsters, I think. Actually, I'm gonna go Ascending and then Monster Book of Monsters to get the notes. And then I'm gonna work my way back down with probably Protego into the Niffler.
Stack of Monster Book of
Those are the magical notes that do the damage. And if you see all the way to the left, those are my movement cards. Okay, so those are almost done, so I'm just going to throw out a Wizard chess piece instead. And I'm going to hold Ron until they use their guy. Alright, so now I'm going to Niffler. Now they're both going to mana ramp me, basically. Alright, looks like I'm going to get the Queen piece as well. I'm going to go Monster Book for 3, because I want to keep the Pixies for my combo. Alright, 4. I'm I'm gonna have to go 4 again, which is totally fine. And I'm not bringing out Ron until they bring out their thing, because I just don't need to. Alright, so now we can go Monster Book of Monsters, and I'm gonna go 5 and 3 for Tego. Alright, so now they show me it's McGonagall. McGonagall's a really common crowd control card. There we go. And then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna use Protego on all this stuff. So now they all have shields. You can use Atmosphere Charm to chase them around. 3, 2, get some more ramp going. It looks like a lot, but you get used to it very quickly. Let's see. I'm actually gonna go 5 and 7 for some musical notes, and they're just super dead.
Stack of Monster Book of Monsters.
I don't know how long it's gonna take before it gets hard again, but that was an easy game 1. Alright. Game 2 is underway. But yeah, it seems like I'm versing like a bunch of complete noobs that don't know how to counter the strategy at all, or maybe their deck just isn't equipped to do so, but Flitwick is very strong, and there's a lot of ways to build him, but I really like this like spamming creature strategy. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go Ascending, so I'm gonna start with Niffler, just to get the mana ramp going.
Was that a colourful entrance? I hope so.
Cornish Pixies.
I can't use her because her companion's all the way in the back, unfortunately.
Wizard Chess Pieces.
Alright, so now I can use it on the Phoenix if the Phoenix is close enough.
Atmosphere Charm.
Let's just get a bunch of stuff over there.
I hope I was at least a little helpful.
Incendio.
I've always
I can get rid of the Golden Snitch, just so I can get my Ron card out sooner. I'm gonna go Monster Book of Monsters to get the notes, and then also I'll start at 7 so I can descend into Ramping or the Pixies. So I'm just gonna hold until I get my chess piece again. And they look like they're just completely overwhelmed again. Nebulous shields you from enemy creatures, but once they can already see you, they're already in the nebula, then it doesn't work anymore. Alright, so they're playing a really common, good deck. Basically, it's Thunderstorm is like board wiping through pings of damage, but my deck's a pretty solid counter to it, at least at this level, because I make so many guys that the damage gets spread around so much that it doesn't really affect me. Alright, so I can just throw these out, start ramping, and I'll quickly get back to 7 for this. I'm not going to use Ron until they make me. And see, now while the Thunderstorm's going down and hitting everything, now we've got 3 books, and the damage is just spread around way too much.
Wizard Chess Pieces. Cornish Pixies.
And as the time goes down, the mana amount increases as well, just like the Splash Royale, like the speed at which you gain it. Alright, so you showed me McGonagall, which is common crowd control, so that's why I wait to bring out the Ron.
I'm too old.
Alright, we're just gonna go 7 again. Yeah, and this just looks like an absolute slaughter here. Let's go 3 and 2. Start ramping again. Yeah, they're just super dead. And yeah, hopefully if you guys want to see more videos, I can climb a good bit and make it more difficult. Alright, so we found the 3rd game. This will be a really quick video. I'll probably just end it after this. I just wanted to basically show you guys this game exists. You can go on the main website and pre-register if you wish, and you get some rewards. It has already almost 2 million pre-registrations, even though they've had absolutely 0 ad campaign, which is really crazy to think about. And it's already done $1 billion in revenue. The first year it was out in China and Taiwan, which is kind of crazy. So now we can go
Stack
books.
of Monster Book of Monsters.
Now you're in trouble.
Okay, I'll use her to eliminate one of the brothers.
I'll get you for this.
Now we're gonna go chess pieces.
Wizard Chess Pieces.
And it's gonna throw 2 monster books. And if the board's big enough by the time I get to 4, I'm just gonna Protego on that, and the game's probably really close to over.
Protego.
Yeah, Golden Snitch will not do it.
Incendio.
Golden Snitch is already almost dead. Now we can go 3, and then we can ramp with our network.
Stand back.
Everyone uses mechanical crowd control, and I just use Ron after. The same strategies that I was using like 8 months ago still work, I guess.
Monster book.
So 2, 3, 5, it's a magical note action, and then I can go back down 5 for sure.
Temporary. Carry on. Incendio.
I'll do better next time.
I'm just gonna hold until I get to 7 so I can combo the Pixies with Protego.
Cornish Pixies. Protego.
Now they're in trouble. And I'm gonna end with 7. Just got ran through it really quickly. Magical notes. And I can just go 5 and then 3. I don't have to do anything fancy anymore. I'm gonna send it out. Okay, they play the Haggard Bike as well. I'll show you what it looks like. I don't need to use it at all. I've barely taken any damage. So 3, 4. Just throw it out.
Atmosphere tone.
Easy peasy. Alright guys, I think that'll do it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of the game. I guess before I go, I can just show you, that was just the PvP section. I'll show you what the grounds look like. So this is, apparently has something to collect. Okay, head up there. Yeah, so this is the Hogwarts grounds. You can fly around in the room. I guess I can show you that. So you also attend classes, and this is basically how you do like some daily quest stuff, get some materials and things like that. Dueling Club is where we just were over there, and then the PvE section is the Forbidden Forest way over here. I can make videos on all this stuff if you guys want me to, but I probably won't, and there probably won't be any demand for it until it hits global and there's actual an ad campaign. This book over here is actually the storyline. Let's see if I can show you. Okay, so each one of these... Oh, I'm in the 3rd book, that's what it is. I have to familiarize myself with the app again, but this is the 3rd year story that I was working on. So each one of these little clips is a story, and then it gives you what the rewards are. And yeah, it seems really friendly, but you know I'm gonna wail when the game comes out, just so I can have all the cards, show you guys all the decks. But I hope you guys enjoy seeing Magic Awaken. I know it'll probably be your first time, but there's so much more to this game, and I'm gonna cover it 100% to the best of my ability when the game comes out. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon.